Thank you everybody for joining the Guide2NL launch event. We are super excited to have you here with us today. Today is all about the new Guide2NL platform. And today we want to present all the ideas we have about our platform, where we want to go, what we want to build, and more importantly, how we want to build it together with our partners. Now today's webinar is all about our partners. So for people who are joining, who are interested in becoming a member, you're at the right place at the right time, but the information we are presenting today is more focused on our partners. But you can still ask questions if you want to ask questions as a member towards the end of the presentation. Before we get started, let me briefly introduce myself as a speaker. My name is Nick. I'm the commercial director for Guide2NL. So you will speak to me if you want to become a partner, and you will also get to speak to me when we host events and workshops, because I am responsible for all the commercial activities that Guide2NL will do. And I also want to introduce you to Annabeth. Annabeth, maybe you can introduce yourself.
Hello, welcome everyone. My name is Annabeth van Mameren. About 7.5 years ago, I started my business Guide2NL. I'm an independent education consultant for international families in the Netherlands. Soon I noticed that a lot of my clients asked questions that actually had nothing to do with education. But of course, they also needed to find a house, file their taxes, find activities for their children, learn Dutch. So in that way, I created the Guide2NL. The Guide2NL is a network for professional service providers who help internationals in the Netherlands. Things have changed over time. There are some differences between the original Guide2NL network and how we operate it now. And during this presentation, we'll explain how the new version of the Guide2NL works.
Welcome to the people watching at the moment, and we will send a recording afterwards to you. There will also be a lot of partners who will be watching it later. So welcome John and Mary, Kelvin, Kevin, Essin, Johnny, and many more. Welcome, nice that you're here. So let's get started.
Yeah, definitely. And if you have questions, please type the questions into chat. We will answer them towards the end of the event. Annabeth, are there already 1 or 2 questions that people are asking?
No, not yet.
Okay, cool. Right. So yeah, let's get started. We are going to share a lot of information with you today. So if at any point you feel that you have other questions that we are not answering, please feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. Just scan the QR code and you can get a direct connection with me to ask any questions. You know, if after 2 slides you think I want to become a partner, scan the QR code and you can talk to me and we can get you started. So briefly, what we will be discussing today is we will tell you a little bit about Guide2NL. What are we and what do we do? What is our mission? Now we'll also tell you a little bit who our ideal partner is and what you will get for becoming a partner. We will also give you an example of a previous partner. For the people that joined that want to be a member, we will also tell a little bit about what you will get if you become a member instead of a partner. We will share our timeline for 2021 and 2022 because Guide2NL is also about events, and we want to share with you when you can expect some of the events from Guide2NL. And Annabeth will close off with some information about the charity cause that we are supporting in 2021. And then we'll move forward with the questions. So if you have questions, type those in the chat and we'll get to them towards the end.
So the Guide2NL has been around for a few years, but we have changed the concept and now this is the relaunch actually. So we have become a non-profit platform, and that's very important to know because we want to give back to our community. And we work together with quality partners. And what we understand by quality partners is that we are looking for partners who are very internationally aware, they speak English well, they understand the challenges internationals are facing when they move to the Netherlands. And we have also developed a quality seal, we will talk about that a bit later, so that the partners who do have this seal, that they can prove that they have high standards and that they fulfill all our requirements. And together with these partners, we form a very wide network so that we can offer all services that internationals need. We will organize some workshops and events, but also our partners can organize workshops and other events through the network. And we will help them promote their events and generate more traffic for them. And of course, do a lot of promotion. And also the partners, they can learn from each other, so they can expand their network in that way as well. So like Nick already mentioned, we have a charity. Yeah, the money that we make, we partly donate it to the charity, and every year that will be different. And we have done some research among the international community, and it turned out that the Red Cross was the most favorite charity. So that is what our profits will go to this year. And then for next year, we'll involve our partners in the decision, which will be the charity for that year. We do a lot of things together with our partners.
And also, Annabeth, if I can quickly ask you, the local workshops that we are going to host for the partners, or that we are going to host ourselves, I think we also want to involve the local community, right?
Yes, indeed. So the idea is that we will host the workshops and the events at the location of the partners, so that they can also showcase what they're offering and how their business looks like. Of course, during the pandemic, this hasn't been possible yet. So as soon as it is allowed again, then we will focus on face-to-face meetings. But now, of course, we can also help the partners promote their events online.
Yeah.
And we will also invite the internationals to attend those workshops and events. So by our social media and newsletters and brochure that we have made, we will invite the right target group to show up at the events.
The goal of the local workshops is to help our members integrate into Dutch society a little bit. We want to connect also with local initiatives at a community center to really integrate the international community with the local community. And I think what I wanted to add to this is, yeah, we are all about services and events. And through those services and events, we want to give internationals the best network, to find their information and services. And we want to host a lot of events to integrate the community, basically.
Yes, we are very excited to do that. Yeah, so what is our mission? So we have a lot of dreams and we really want to make this very big network. Like we talked about before, we use a lot of different social media platforms and newsletters to grow our network. We will include the best service partners who deliver services to internationals in the Netherlands, and also a lot of companies that have a lot of internationals working for them. We also involve them in our network. So we have just started, but it will grow much further and further. The idea behind is that a lot of internationals who move to the Netherlands, especially in this period, they don't really have a network yet. They have to figure out how everything works, and we help them with that. So on the social side, so by creating events and organize them for the internationals, so they get to know each other, they learn about their surroundings, they learn about the businesses that could be useful for them. And then we offer a platform where a lot of relevant partners are present, so they don't need to look any further. They have everything they need on this platform. And then also for the partners, we want to help them grow, and by exposure and promoting their services and their events, and also create a network of the partners so they get to know each other, they can refer business to each other, they can pitch together on a big job. So in that way, help out each other and in the end, give back to the community by organizing the events and by donating to charity.
Yeah. And we are, what I want to add is that we are a cross-media platform. So we want to take what we offer to the community, both online and offline. Offline in the form of our magazine, and online through our website and other means, our social channels. So we really want to integrate the international community with the partners in several ways. And what is good to know is that Guide2NL is completely free to join for members. So for internationals who want to join, all the information, the news, the blogs, all the posts that we share, all the quality information that we produce together with our partners is free to access and free to use for the members of the platform. So who are the partners of Guide2NL? Well, we've had a couple of partners in the past that Annabeth will tell a little bit more about later. But partners of Guide2NL are people or businesses that have something to offer to the international community. That could be a service, that could be advice, that could be a product, something that is of value to the international community. And to those people, be it freelancers, individuals, or businesses, we say, hey, do you want to become a partner? And do you want to feature your service, product, or idea on the Guide2NL network? Well, then have a talk with us, because we can give a lot back to our partners. So what do you get from being a partner of Guide2NL? Well, there's a lot to choose from. You can make a small donation and become part of our sponsor list, or you can say, well, Guide2NL, next to making a big donation every year for charity, I also want some services from you. And if we give those services to you, there's some things that you will get back as a business. One is you'll get a lot more exposure for your business. How does that look like, that exposure? Well, you can get direct referrals for your business from the Guide2NL network. What that means is that one of us at Guide2NL will try to make an appointment with an international or with a business between you and the other party. We will make promotional campaigns. So we will promote what makes your business special to the community. And we can do that with a video, photo shoot, or make promotional posts on social media. And we host workshops, either at your location or at a different location, and then we ask you to join. We can help you advertise your workshop, but we can also help in hosting it for the international community. And by doing that, we allow you to show the quality of your service or your product to the international community. If you join us and you become a partner of Guide2NL, a big chunk of what you give to us will be donated to charity, but all of the money will be given back to the community. Because what we will do if you become a partner is, yes, we will donate a big chunk of what we get to charity, but we'll use that money to also host events and to help the international community be better prepared when they move and to have a more enjoyable life when they're here, because they can connect with locals, they can go to local events and start integrating, and they get access to a list of partners that will not give them just a service, but gives them the best service that they can get. So that's why you should think about becoming a partner of Guide2NL. And I can encourage you to become part of Guide2NL. Do you have anything to add to this, Annabeth?
No, not at this part.
Do we already have questions in the chat?
Yeah, there's one question, but we'll talk about it later, so we'll keep that.
Okay, perfect. Then we'll move on. I already told you why you should think about becoming a partner of Guide2NL. But what will you get in return for becoming a partner of Guide2NL and making a donation. You'll get better exposure, like I already said. Your service will be highlighted, and it will be highlighted in a different way than you're used to. You'll get direct referrals from us. So we will actually make an appointment with that client for you so that you know it's being done in a proper way and you can actually get some business out of it. We'll post featured articles that we will write for you. And in those articles, we will talk about the victories in your business. A lot of times businesses overlook the victories they have. And victories can be small or big, but it's important to share those victories, especially with the international community. You have to think like this: an international that comes to a new country is new to everything. And whilst the victory for you and your business can be a regular thing, it can mean a world of difference when an international reads about it. And that's why we have found a way to feature your business in a unique way, something you really stand to gain from. One very important thing that we have within Guide2NL is our quality seal. Annabeth already talked about this. And that's a quality protection program for selected members. So if you become partner of Guide2NL, you can choose to become partner and choose a quality seal. We have rules and regulations for the quality seal, and we will actually check if our partners confirm with those rules. If that's the case, they can get a quality seal that is valid for 1 calendar year from the date of issue. So each year, that quality seal will be renewed. And each year, we will check if you still live up to the rules and expectations of the quality seals. The quality seal can be updated in the requirements for that seal because of the changes in the international community. You can see the quality seal as an extra layer of quality for the international to see, hey, this service is really special. If I go here, or if I get help from this business, I'll know that the quality standards are there. And everybody that joins Guide2NL as a partner can apply for the quality seal. Not everybody will get it if you don't confirm with all the qualifications in the quality seal. But it's important to know that we do not give the quality seal just for one part of the business or for one sector. We allow every partner to inquire about the quality seal and see if they can become a quality seal partner. Well, and the last thing you will get from joining Guide2NL as a partner is that you'll get a bigger community. So you will not just reach your audience in your business, but you will also reach the audience of Guide2NL. And that will result in a bigger network of people for your business, but also in a bigger network of leads for your business that can turn into customers. So those are some of the biggest benefits you get for joining Guide2NL. That's why you should really think about joining Guide2NL as a partner.
Here we have one example of one of the partners of the original Guide2NL. So this is Veronica Gugoyan from Spin Ideas. And she has been a partner since the beginning. And we made a video with a short interview with her. Hopefully we managed to play it.
Yeah, give me a second.
So as you will see in the interview, as the main benefits of the Guide2NL network, Veronica mentioned the exposure through the website, through the social media posts and the featured articles. And that has created some new leads for her and some new business. And also she valued the partner community a lot. We organize regular partner events so the partners get to know each other. They understand what they are all doing, so they can actively refer business to each other and work together. So here you will see the interview. And now I would like to introduce you to Veronica Gugoyan of Spin Ideas. She was one of the first partners of the Guide2NL. So welcome, Veronica.
Thank you, Annabeth. I'm so happy to be part of the network and actually to be here with you today.
Thank you. So could you please explain what your business does?
It's very simple. I do marketing strategy. And let me explain what that means. I'm helping my clients tell their story, explain who they are and what they are doing, identify their target audience, the one that actually corresponds to their values and what they want to achieve. We set up goals and then we play connecting all these dots. So basically, in just one sentence, I'm helping my clients tell their story to the right audience in order to grow their business.
Great. I'm very happy that you are part of the network. Could you explain what are the benefits for you as a partner of the Guide2NL?
Oh, this is easy. First of all, just community. You are surrounded by so many other business owners and you get inspired, you create connections, you do business together. So that's great. Even if not all the partners will be the right client for you, but they know other people they can introduce you to. So it's referrals all around, if we can say it like that. Also, it's a great tool for visibility because you're doing an amazing job to not just feature us on your platform, but also share our content and our stories on social media.
Thank you. It's really a pleasure to have you as our partner. The new partners who will join in the near future, I'm sure they will get to know you and we can share business, work together, share ideas. So we'll grow our platform and become even stronger.
I'm looking forward to that, to meeting and get inspired by other people and working with them.
Great. Thank you very much. See you again soon.
Thank you, Annabeth. See you on the platform.
Cool.
We welcome new partners. And if you want more information, the contact details will be at the end of the presentation. We hope to see you soon.
All right. So what does Guide2NL offer for internationals? So for people that joined in that actually want to become a member, because maybe you're moving soon to the Netherlands, or maybe you're thinking about moving to the Netherlands. Well, let me give you a brief overview of what you can get as a community member for Guide2NL. For one, you will get access to a safe community. And what that means is that we will monitor all the information that we post for the quality and usefulness for the international community. And we will also do the same with the services that we offer through the Guide2NL platform. If you compare that to some of the social media platform, Facebook groups and that sort of thing, those groups are not being moderated in that way. So all information is being posted to internationals, both useful information and information that's not so useful. That's what we mean with safe community. So we want to be the gatekeepers in creating a community that's safe for the international to join. Another perk is that we will integrate a lot of the things we do with locals. So that local knitting club that is now getting 1 or 2 visitors every month, we will try to get connections with those local initiatives and introduce internationals to those wonderful workshops, because it will allow our members to start a network, a personal network or a business network for themselves, and it will help our members integrate. Now, and we will give you the opportunity as a partner to join those events, to give it even more usefulness for the international community. We will post engaging content. So instead of just posting at random, most of the content we will be posting on Guide2NL will be content that is produced by Guide2NL and by our partners. And the content will be engaging, will include photo and video, and we'll share most of the success stories behind the Guide2NL network. That means you will have much more engagement from the international audience, and you will gain more traffic from this information. And another perk for members is better services. All our members get access to the list of Guide2NL partners. We use direct referrals, but the partner list already works as a referral tool because people will see all the partners on the list, and they will get to pick who they want to help them as an international. So the internationals will just get a better service for joining Guide2NL.
What I would like to add to that is that also the partners, they can visit each other's workshops and events. And that is what we also saw in the previous version of the Guide2NL. So partners, they went to a Dutch course offered by partners, or they got their business taxes done by the tax advisor in the network. Other events that were organized for children were attended by partners who have children. So in that way, you also grow your business within a network. And they also actively referred clients to each other. So we regularly posted the events, and then they could see, okay, there's an interesting event for my client, so I'll send them to the partner to their event. And we will replicate those parts of the previous Guide2NL into the new version of it. So in that way, also organically grow business and all the contacts that you will have.
Yeah. So what you can actually say, Annabeth, is that Guide2NL is not just a platform or a network, but it's also a little bit of a family.
Yeah, in a way it is indeed. Yeah. The partners really got to know each other very well. And also outside of the network events, they met, and also socially and privately. So some friendships have grown out of that. So yeah, it's a sort of family, that's true.
Very nice. Well, I would like to be part of that. I'm happy that I'm already part of that. What do we charge? Very important, obviously, for the Guide2NL partners. We have services that you can pick. You don't have to pick everything. You can pick one thing, two things, everything, whatever you want. And basically, if you sign up for a partner form, you get to speak to me, and I will start a conversation with you on what you expect from our network, and I will recommend to you what we can do in return to make that happen. But let me just pick out a few just to give you an idea. One of the coolest services we offer is a company documentary. This service really makes your company shine on our platform because the Guide2NL team in this service will create a full video and photo shoot to be used by your company and to be used in one featured article by Guide2NL and several social posts throughout the year. So we use that content actively to make posts, but you are the owner of the footage that we shoot. We do that with a professional team, and if you compare us, I sometimes got some offers in my business life from some documentary makers that easily charge you 1,500 euros for 2 minutes of footage. This is a full day of shooting video and photo at your location. So it's a competitive price that we charge. One other service I'm really excited about is our SEO package. The SEO package is meant for partners of our network that are not so good in writing quality SEO content. What we will do with this package is we will take some of the victories that you have in the business and we will produce powerful SEO content for that. What that will do is we can use that content in our featured articles, which will give your website a boost in search engines. But you can also post that content on your website, which will also give your website a boost. So for the partners that are not so familiar with how to boost yourself and how to gain some spots in Google, in the ranking, we have an SEO package to do so, to really help our partners grow and to help our partners create quality content. Now, I already talked about the quality seal, so I won't say a lot about that. Featured service, we have a list, a service menu within Guide2NL, and your service can be featured in that. Again, for 1 year, same as the quality seal. So for 1 calendar year, you can be featured as a service, and you have to repurchase that when the year expires. And I talked a little bit about direct referrals, but I want to tell you a bit more about that. If you join Guide2NL and pick out 1, 2, maybe 3 services, you will be put on the partner list. And throughout the year, if members ask to Guide2NL for information about moving to the Netherlands, we will always refer to the partner list. That's a normal referral. But if a client asks specifically to connect us with a business that we can recommend for a service, that's what we call a direct referral. What we will do in this case is me, Annabeth, or a member of the Guide2NL team will create an appointment between the business and between you. and that appointment will be between the business and you. So we won't be at the appointment, but we'll make sure the appointment is in both of the sides' calendars, so that at least is done. That's what we call direct referral. And that's what we charge for if that works out. So that's pretty good. The only thing we can't control, obviously, and we want to be very fair in that a direct referral, it's up to you as a partner to create business out of an appointment with one of our members. So if we schedule an appointment and that appointment goes well, we can't control it from there. So for us, that's a job well done when we scheduled an appointment and that appointment went well. So that's what we do with direct referrals. And the good thing is that we donate at least 30% of all the fees that you pay to charity anyway. And a lot of the money that you pay in total will be used to give it back to the community in hosting events. Now, we took that 30% because we also need funding to host events and to operate the platform. But next to that 30%, everything that we will have left as a profit towards the end will also be donated to charity, because we operate Guide2NL as a non-for-profit platform. And we'll have an end of the year meeting in which we will publicize our books. So we will publicize our financial year, where you can also see where your donations went and how much we donated. And we have a fundraiser gala that we would like to host sooner rather than later, where we will also publicly announce this year's total donation to charity.
What I maybe want to add briefly, that both Nick and I, we have a wide network of a lot of companies that we work with. So it's very easy to access them and to make them interested in having an appointment with new partners. And if we don't have this particular company you are interested in our network yet, we have a lot of other people who could help us with that. So we will make sure that we put the right word in for you.
And I think, Annabeth, that you in the past had cases where you made a direct referral, right? Where you made an appointment between a business and a partner.
Yeah, some of the partners, they have a big client now through the network. That works very well. Yeah.
Yeah, so we will do our utmost to create appointments. If you use us for direct referral service, we will do the utmost to create appointments between you and members. And that can lead to some exciting business. The timeline, bear with us, guys, because this is what we envision for 2021 and 2022. But I mean, Annabeth, I think you agree with me. A lot can change due to COVID restrictions.
Yeah, we have had to change this timeline already many times. All the time we thought, in a few months, then things should be sort of normal again and we can have a face-to-face meeting again. But we had to keep on postponing, unfortunately. The biggest event is the fundraiser gala. So Nick already mentioned that. We would love to plan it this year, but it's not very realistic because it takes a lot of time. We want to really make a big event out of that. So that's why we put that at the last quarter of next year. But maybe it can still change if the circumstances are positive. But what we want to do regularly is to have a partner event so that all the partners, they get to know each other and they know what businesses each partner represents. So that is the meet and greet you see at number 1. We will probably do the first one online, so that at least the partners get to know each other. And as soon as it is possible, we'll have a face-to-face meeting with them at the location of one of the partners. Really looking forward to that already. And then we also have some workshops that we host of the partners. We haven't mentioned them in this schedule yet. But of course, if you want to promote your workshop or event through the Guide2NL, then we'll also put that on the timeline and promote it accordingly. Could you tell something about the big event, Nick?
Yeah. So you see 2 things. Number 2 is the first event. What we envisioned for the first event, Q4 2021, is the first event with people, shaking hands and greeting again, hopefully maybe not shaking hands, but at least, greeting again. So Q4 2021 is the first time we envision that there will be a live event, maybe sooner, but we aim for Q4 2021. And that will be an event that we are going to announce very soon, probably 8 weeks time. That is going to be an event for members and partners. So not a meet and greet for just partners, but also with members. And then the big event is in Q2 of 2022. That's when we hope things will be different. And why we labeled that as a big event is because by then we think that we will have gained enough partners and enough of a network to really make a big event happen. A big event with partners, with members at a location hosted by one of our partners. So that is something we are really excited for.
So watch this space, because hopefully we can schedule them all a bit earlier than what we have announced now, but we'll let you know.
Yeah, and as Annabeth said, obviously, if workshops are being hosted online or at physical locations, we will host them through the platform and post them. But what we've now chosen to do in the timeline is just to post a couple of things, a couple of highlights that we have on our roadmap. But anything that falls in between will obviously be promoted to our network and be posted. So Annabeth, could you tell us a little bit about the charity for 2021?
Yes, of course. So this is the last slide that we want to show you. Like I already told you before, so we chose the Red Cross because that was one of the favorite charities of the international community that we asked. But also we ourselves admire the Red Cross for all their hard work that they do now in this COVID pandemic, but also across the world when there's natural disasters or wars or other problems, there's always the Red Cross to jump in and help the people there. And so that is where your donations will go. And that is for this year, so in 2021. And of course, when you show to your potential clients that you have a heart for the community and that you donate to charity, they will also give you a good reputation. And so it also works very positively for your own business.
Yeah. And I think that we, together with the partners each year, we will have a voting session in which we will choose the charity for the year, right?
Yeah, we really value our partners and their opinion. So we will also ask them, what will be the charity for next year.
Yeah. Yeah, and our aim is to announce that at the fundraiser gala each year. That might not happen for this year. So this year we might have a change after 2021 to 2022. We might have a change of charity. We will still allow our partners to vote on, but we will just make that public through posts on social media and on the internet. For next year, for 2022, going into 2023, we want to announce the new charity at the fundraiser gala.
Yeah, and during the gala, we will make an extra boost to get some more donations for the charity. So they have even a bigger amount that we can present to them.
Yeah, very exciting. Looking forward to that.
Maybe it's also good to add that at this moment we are an organization, but we aim for becoming an official foundation. And that will be done in the course of the year. And that we still have to go to the notary in the Chamber of Commerce, but that was a bit difficult to arrange in this period. But that's all what we are aiming for. And then we'll show all those papers as well to our partners when we have them.
Yeah, we will operate as a nonprofit regardlessly. So we will abide by all the rules that nonprofits need to have. And we will publicly announce our balance sheet so that you can actually see what we do with the money that we get. And as soon as we are ready to become a foundation, and that will add to our transparency to our partners and our members. So that is something we aim for in the near future. So that brings us to the question section. For people that are leaving now that don't have any questions, you can contact us on the above details. And we want to thank you for being here for this time. And for the people that do have questions, now's the time to ask them. So let's go to the questions.
Yeah, some of my questions have come in. Thank you very much. So John asks if there will be internal competition within the group of partners. So I think he means whether 2 or more partners will offer the same services.
Okay, interesting. Well, what I can say about that is that because we work as a nonprofit, we have the obligation to tell you what happens. So if an organization decides to contact us and make a donation of 10 euros, we have to list that. We have to list that we got that donation through a company. And in saying that, I can also say that, yeah, if there are multiple businesses that want to make donations that have the same services, to offer, we cannot say no to those businesses, because in the end, we support charity and we want to support charity as much as possible. But as I was presenting in another slide, we have different services for each partner to really differentiate from other partners in the list. To give you an example, if you choose to get a quality seal and the other partners on the list don't get that seal, that's already one plus for your business, and that already gives you some competitive edge. What do you think about that, Annabeth?
Yeah, we had the same discussion in the previous version of the Guide2NL. And in the end, it turns out that often the companies are not really competitors because maybe they operate in a different city or they have a different target group, or one offers more generic services and the other more very specialistic high end. So there's always a differentiation, and we'll help the partners to emphasize their strength and their differences.
Yeah.
So in the end, maybe you have the same business model, but you're not really competitors in that sense, not within a network at least.
No, and I think we also help partners to tell their story, share their victories in featured articles, featured posts. And the story behind the business is different for any business, it's not going to be the same. So if we present a story, not everybody likes the same story. Some people like Star Wars, some people like Star Trek. So it's not like if somebody is interested in golf lessons that they will book it with the same golf instructors. Somebody like that golf instructor, somebody likes this golf instructor. So, and that's the same with businesses. So I think it's healthy if you have competing businesses with the same or similar offers. But if you allow us to tell your story and to share your story in a unique way, I'm pretty sure that you will not be competitors, but you will each gain your fair share of business from the network.
So we'll work it out. It will be okay, I'm sure. Then we got a question from Mary about the events we are planning on organizing. So yeah, the events that we have in mind, we already mentioned now, but we will regularly update the schedule with new events. So just watch what's going to happen in the near future.
Yeah, and I think the events will all have a topic that's useful to the international community. So all the events we host will have a topic that's playing now within the international community and that contributes to the international community. So, for example, I don't know if you read the news, Annabeth, but realtors are stopping taking new clients to buy houses right now, That's a very active topic right now, also in the international community, because it's becoming harder to buy houses. So one would say that we could host an event that's focused about, so this is happening now in the market. How are you going to solve this? That could be a topic for a nice event.
Yeah, so we will follow the news, we will follow the international community and see what services and events are needed to help them further. Yeah, there's many options.
Definitely.
Then there was a question from Essin, and that was the one that I said we'll come back to that later, whether partners can make a suggestion for the charity calls for next year's. So yes, indeed, you will be involved as a partner. And of course, if you already work together with a charity, or if you're very interested in one, you can always bring that up and suggest it to the network, and we can see if there's enough interest to support that charity. So yeah, please get involved and contribute to that.
Yeah, I think we choose charities also on their contribution to the international community. So we also look, does this have connection with the international community? We have that voting right. All partners can vote on the charity. So please bring forward any charity that you would want us to consider for next year. And we will definitely make a vote on it.
Yeah, for sure. The last question was from Gavin. Will you observe the corona measures for the physical events? Yeah, of course. The events that we organize will take place in the Netherlands. So we look at the official guidelines set by the government and the health institutes. And we also ask from our partners to do the same so that it's safe and responsible. And since things are changing consistently, we will always follow the latest news and arrange our events accordingly. Hopefully we'll end in a few months that we don't need to deal with those things anymore. But for now, that is what we have to work with.
Yeah, we are not interested in becoming mass spreaders at our events. So
No.
If there's
No,
any
no
risk,
worries about that.
there's any risk involved in hosting an event, we will rather cancel it than continue. You know, we will rather play it safe than risk anything, and we will always take all of the safety measures into account if we host an event that are currently being advised by the Dutch government. So yeah, we will definitely do that. All right. So that were all the questions.
Yeah.
Good
Last
questions.
check, definitely. So yeah, we have answered all the questions. In case you have another question you would like to ask later, you can send it to guide2nl@yahoo.com. On the top of the screen, you also see the website address, guide2nl.com, and phone number that you can call. Get in touch, and we hope to welcome you soon.
Yeah, thank you all for joining today. I wish everybody a lovely Easter break and a nice weekend. We hope to see you soon at Guide2NL.